America's missing gold. Now, what if I was to tell you that America has over 8,000 tons of gold? And this is meant to be stored in one of the most famous places in the world that we all have known about or heard of at some time in our lives. And I remember even from when I was a child, it was called Fort Knox. And I never really thought about what Fort Knox meant, but I knew it was something really big and it was some mysterious secret that we had in our minds as a child. Well, today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about some of the biggest cover-ups in history, but I'm also going to tell you about my own personal story about my Fort Knox that I was able to build for a short purpose and a short time, not realizing how valuable gold is. Even today, the value has not decreased. It has increased enormously compared to when I was doing gold many years ago. So stay tuned because I want to go through this story with you. So could you imagine, right? Back in 2008, whilst the world was in financial crisis, I found a way to make money by buying gold and silver, and I was selling it on eBay and refining it into gold bars and selling it for a profit. But today, I want to talk to you about something even bigger. It's called Fort Knox. Now, Fort Knox has gold audits, for example, and it also has hidden truths behind the global gold reserves. And I want to introduce you to the topic here and explain that this video really is to share my journey, but the lessons that I've learned and why gold is still the best investment today, along with the fascinating history that has been controversial surrounding gold. Even our president, if you're in America, they're talking about it. President Trump and Elon Musk are talking about this gold reserves and wants to introduce it to the world. So this is what this video really is about today, is for me to talk about this with you, because there seems to be this mystery. They seem to be thinking, well, where is this gold? No one's really seen what this gold is, what it feels like. Is it real? Because no one's allowed to go near the place, never mind inside. So I'll go back to my story though. So like I said, I started buying gold from eBay, carefully checking the descriptions and verifying the sellers. And also I purchased the gold and silver and I was testing it with the equipment. So I brought testing equipment, I brought scales. It didn't cost me much, probably a small set of gold scales, for example, as well as the testing equipment and the acid test. And that's how I really started doing this. And I also was able to expand my gold purchases internationally, including sourcing gold from India as well. Because back then you were able to, and let me tell you, the gold in India was like 22 karat gold, 24 karat gold. Whereas I was like dealing with, in the UK, 9 karat gold, 18 karat gold, for example. So the gold in India was more valuable, for example. So how did I manage to do this? Well, once I got the scrap gold metal, for example, I then turned it into gold bars. Yes, you heard me. I refined it into gold bars. So once I had the gold, I learned the process, and I actually took them to a company in London that melted the gold for me and put them into gold bars. it was such a fascinating thing to see and to hold in my own hands, you know. It seemed really unreal. It was in a very famous place in London, known for wealth and health and banks and things like that. So as I was coming out of this place, I had to sign to say that, you know, I've got the gold, for example. And, you know, we got out and we were like, me and my husband, we were like, we need to get in the car quickly because we just felt as if, you know, someone could come and rob us, for example. So I then started selling these gold bars at a profit.